Jon Rahm in tears after getting the news on live television that he had tested positive for COVID and would not be allowed to finish the tournament. Announcer Jim Nantz puzzled by how it all played out.
Somebody just gave Jon some news. This is not good. And we have no idea, folks. We have no idea.
At least no one died. I mean, it was a terrible way, Dana, to present it to the poor guy. I mean, there he is. Why'd they even let him play that third round?
Well, because he hadn't tested positive yet. So the test apparently comes in while they're playing, and they take, like, masks would come in and take him off the what do you call that? A course. That's what it's called. It's going to call a field, but it is obviously not a field. I'm going to say I think this was wrong. I think that the PGA could have updated its rules as long as all these other places have updated rules. In fact, even here in New York, the mask rules, all the rules, right, in terms of being open, everything's 100% capacity, everything can be back. So it doesn't make sense to me. Now, if that's the rule and he knew that was the rule and that was the risk, okay, I guess that is something. But they hadn't had the test before. So not only did he lose out on this tournament, but I think an additional one that he was potentially going to play in soon, so he'll not be able to do that. Now, his statement was very mild. You know, he was very, I'm disappointed, I have to withdraw, I'm very thankful for my family, I thank you for the fans. Now, that's what he said publicly. I'm just dying to know what he said privately.
Yeah. Why aren't vaccines or vaccinations mandatory for big-time athletes when so much is at stake?
But this is even more idiotic. This is the dumbest thing to come out of this thing. You are playing a sport that is naturally social distance.
Yeah, it's outside.
And it's outside. You could have COVID. You could be sick. It is.
Yep.
It is so absurd and so anti-science that he should sue. By the way, do you know how many athletes play really, really good when they're sick? It's like if you actually...
Michael Jordan.
I mean, there are people that have won World Series. My favorite example is Doc Ellis, who Geraldo might remember, pitched a no-hitter in 1970 for the Pittsburgh Pirates while he was on acid. So my theory is, if you start banning players based on this criteria, no one would be playing.
That's not being sick. That's taking drugs.
Yes.
There's a difference.
But I'm just saying, man, that's some athletes.
Just how do you feel about mandatory vaccines?
I think I'm going to go back to the story at hand and not talk about mandatory vaccines, especially since you can get vaccinated and still get COVID just like Bill Maher did. So I don't know what his vaccination status is, and I don't think it's anybody's business.
He got vaccinated after he was exposed.
The point is, this is absolutely absurd that he was taken off the course. It's not just about the money. It's about the ability as an athlete to be playing at this level. They took that away from him. He's a healthy person. And if Nancy Pelosi can bring in COVID positive people to vote for her inside for speaker inside the Capitol, there's absolutely no reason why he should have been taken off of the course, especially outside social distance. Other accommodations could have been made, and this is just an absolute tragedy based on guidance that has been all over the map for a year now.
Yep.
Dude hit a hole in one.
I know
he hit a hole in one.
He was up by 6 strokes. I'm not a golfer. Listen, we should not have mandatory vaccines. It's his choice. If he gets the virus, he loses $1.6 million.
We should have mandatory vaccines.
And you can also get it again.
Here's what I find interesting. In the video, he has COVID, and they're all hugging him.
Yes.
They're doing like group hug, and they all walk together. There's that. I wonder in sports, if this, you guys remember Nancy Kerrigan and Tanya Harding?
Yes,
she clubbed the leg. I wonder if this is the new Tanya. Give
him COVID.
Nancy scenario. Rick, give him COVID. Don't club the knee.
Yes.
Give them COVID and kick them
It's
in.
reminding me of the Kentucky Derby.
Yes.
Better check the DNA on that.
I wonder what the rules are for the Olympics.
Where did it come from? That's right.
Where did it come from?
They need to cancel the Olympics completely. Just because I don't like Olympic athletes.
All the athletes should be vaccinated. I mean, it's I can't. How does libertarianism
What if there's an athlete who's allergic to something in the vaccine?
When your infection can screw up all people's
Then you get a vaccine, Harold. If you get a vaccine, I'm cool and you're cool.
You're not vaccinated with all those?
No, I had COVID. I have antibodies. And maybe I got a vaccine too. I can't tell you.
Up next,